This is Brent capping its worst week since 2015 on Friday. Michael Cohen, on back in the 15th of November, you said the prices have overshot. What do you think now?
Well, I mean, look, there's a lot of things that are going on here at the same time, both fundamental and technical. And I think as we've gone through a couple of these technical supports, we've seen a lot of this positioning that was frankly stretched beforehand come out of the market. Frankly, the fundamentals never justified oil at 80 or 85 in the first place. When you look at the contango or the backwardation or the structure of the curves in the market, they never really justified that last leg higher. At the same time, these Trump tweets, of course, have given market participants concern that OPEC is not going to cut production at its meeting next week in Vienna. And I think the other thing that's going on here, of course, is the very strong rally in natural gas also led to some liquidation by some investors. So where do we go from here? We think that prices will rebound as we move into December and into next year. Of course, if OPEC does not cut or if they are not able to manage expectations, that's a key risk to the price. And I think that as we move into the first quarter of the year, typically we do see demand start to pick up a little bit. I think the other thing that's going on, of course, is that the Buzzard field in the North Sea has been offline, and they noted that there's been some corrosion there. So this is a massive field, right, in the whole scheme of things, and it's gone offline. So that's a key issue for us.
But that's what you're doing. You're talking about fundamentals. You're talking about supply and demand. You're talking about what happens when a field goes offline. And what happens when you have this sort of relationship that's very different between a Saudi Arabia and a U.S. president. I mean, his tweet on Friday really shocked me when he said, it's so great the oil prices are falling. Thank you so much. If you want to take the tweet, you can see it. Add that, which is likely a big tax cut, to our other good economic news. Inflation down. Are you listening, Fed? We love Saudi Arabia, basically. It was like the hashtag to that.
Right. Well, I think this is obviously going to give a lot of producers in Houston a bit of concern, because at what point does that kind of language stop? I think the key question we have to ask as we move forward is, do we see a change in behavior by the U.S. producer as we move into the next earnings season? Are they actually going to draw back their CapEx plans for the next year? That is one thing of the many different things that could conceivably tighten this market as we move into next year.